Poems for LGBTQIA Africa. Amidst the African soil. Amidst the African soil where the sun beats down. A community of the hunted forced to live underground. In a land where love is a crime and hatred reigns. The LGBT people here live in constant pains. But as we look back to our history, we know we are not alone. Our ancestors, kings and queens, sat on thrones. They built great empires and practiced higher science. Their legacy demands that we break free from this violence. We are not the first to be hated, beaten, and scorned. Our presence in this world is not something to be mourned. We are just as sophisticated and nuanced as any other. Our existence is a reminder of the beauty of diversity, our great cover. So let us rise above the hate and the pain. Let us fight for our rights and refuse to be slain. Like the lions of our ancestral lands, let us roar and claim our place in this world forevermore. Let us remember the words of Mackay, our inspiration. If we must die, let us nobly die so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Let us rise above the hate and reclaim our liberation. Ascend to the zenith. In the cradle of humanity, where our legacy was born, we stand as proud descendants of those who came before. We know the weight of oppression and the chains that bind us tight, but in our hearts we carry the strength to rise and fight. For we are not just queer, but bearers of a noble past, where love and acceptance reigned and unity was built to last. We must reject the lies that tell us we are less, for we are part of a legacy that reaches to the highest crest. Our history spans eons, and we have always been here, loved, cherished, and celebrated without hate or fear. So let us all rise together as we ascend to the zenith, breaking chains, freeing minds, and reclaiming our place in it.
In the shadows. In the shadows of hate, we refuse to be silenced. Our love, our pride, our truth remain undiminished. We rise with a fire, burning bright, our voices, our hearts, our souls taking flight. We stand in solidarity, with each other we unite, breaking down the walls of discrimination with all our might. For we are more than just labels or stereotypes, we are human beings, deserving of love and basic rights. Let the light of our resilience shine bright as we stand tall, taking back our might. We will not be broken, we will not fall, for our love, our truth, our identity, we stand tall. Our stories, our voices. Our stories may be hidden, our voices may be few, but our love is strong, our spirit true. In the shadows of oppression, we fight to be seen, to break free from the hate, and let our light gleam. We are the descendants of kings and queens, of those who built empires and reached new scenes. We carry their legacy, their wisdom and might, to rise above the darkness and bring forth the light. We will not let fear hold us back, for our love is a flame that cannot be sacked. We'll stand tall, united, and unafraid, for the fight for equality cannot be delayed. We'll break down the walls of hate and fear, for our love is a force that is ever so near. We'll reclaim our right to exist, to love, to be, for our identities are valid, and we deserve to be free. Let us rise, like the lions of our land, and reclaim our place, hand in hand. For love is the key that unlocks the door to a world that is free, and so much more. Let us stand strong and never give up the fight, for our love is worth it, and it shines so bright. Together we'll ascend to the zenith, and break the chains of hate, and let our love replenish.
We stand in the shadows. We stand in the shadows of a past so grand. Our ancestors built empires across this land, their wisdom and knowledge we still hold tight, a legacy of greatness that shines so bright. But now we live in a world so cold. Our love is haunted, our stories untold. We are forced to hide, to deny our truth. Our voice is silenced by those so uncouth. Yet we are more than the hate they spew. Our identities, our love, our words so true, will rise above the venom they throw. We'll reclaim our pride, let our true selves show. We'll stand tall, united, in the face of hate. Our strength and resilience so hard to break, for we are the embodiment of love and light. Our spirits soaring, we're taking flight. The road ahead may be long and steep, but our spirits, they will never keep, for we're the warriors of our own destiny, our love, our truth, our identity. So let the haters hate, and the bigots spew. We'll stand strong, we'll see this through. For in the end, our love will always win. Our hearts will soar, our spirits grin.
We too must rise. We too must rise like Mackay in the face of hate that won't go away. Our identity, a crime to the state, hunted and oppressed, we must navigate. Our love is seen as a disease, a threat to the norm they seek to appease. With violence and scorn they try to break, but we stand strong, we won't forsake. Our history runs deep, beyond the chains of colonialism and its lasting pains. We are part of a legacy, proud and true, of empires built and knowledge accrued. We must reclaim our noble past and free ourselves from hate that lasts. No longer shall we hide in fear, for our love is as valid as any other here. So let us rise and reach new heights. With love and strength, we'll win the fights against the hate that seeks to divide. For we are here and will not be denied.
If We Must Die, by Claude Mackay. If we must die, let it not be like hogs hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us though dead. O kinsman, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows, deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fighting back.